From Northampton, Massachusetts, welcome to Midweek Politics. I'm David Pakman, and it's the week of October 28th, 2009. Please visit our website on midweekpolitics.com and youtube.com/midweekpolitics. Now, I don't want to get all NPR, Lewis, on everybody, because that's not what we do, but we are in the middle of our fund drive, for lack of a better term. Valley Free Radio, where we record our show, we're part of the Pacifica Radio Network. We're a community station, and if you're listening to this show, we want you to show your appreciation, contribute. We rely on the listeners. We don't get money from the government. We don't get money from businesses. We don't get grants from corporate foundations. Almost all of the money to produce this and all of the other shows that are on Valley Free Radio and the Pacifica Radio Network come from our listeners. And we're good with the donations we receive. So if you've been listening to Midweek Politics on the web, or on any of the Pacifica Radio Network or other community stations that air the show, or if you've even been watching the show on television, whether it's on Northampton Community Television or on the other coast in Marin County, California, where we are now airing, we are asking for your donations. And you can make them either by calling in to our station, 413-585-1033, or on the web at valleyfreeradio.org. So this is really the one time during the year, Lewis, that we look to bolster the radio station's bank account. Which, by the way, I'm not going to lie and say that without donations we'll be off the air in a week, but without donations we certainly could be off the air in 2 months, and even sooner than that, really. So 413-585-1033 is the number to call, and we're not talking about a lot of money. $15, which is only 4 cents a day. Only 29 cents for each show that we produce will actually go a long way. Even $100 is less than $2 a show that we do. And it would make a huge difference to the station, and it will certainly help to continue Midweek Politics and many other programs. So important to call, and you can also donate on valleyfreeradio.org. No matter where you are, no matter where you're listening, we produce the show in Northampton, Massachusetts, and it's listened to and seen all over the country. And this is the time to call. Am I missing anything, Lewis?
I think that's it.
So I want to welcome PTV in Youngstown, Ohio, which is going to be airing the TV version of the show starting this week. And along with that, we have kind of a significant announcement to make, Lewis, which is that our terrestrial listening range has grown and passed the 2 million mark. Now, this doesn't include podcasts, this doesn't include YouTube, but the TV stations and radio stations that are airing the show, which have been steadily growing for the last 4+ years, we've passed the 2 million listener range, which is absolutely huge for us. And I know for you, Lewis, especially with all of the antics that get going during the show, this is even more people that could bear witness to the incredible things that take place on camera, too, during the show.
Yes, and of course, to our listeners, keep in mind that doesn't mean that there's actually 2 million people a week listening to us and or watching us, but that in theory there could be.
Right, we're actually getting into that many households via TV and radio. So let's move on. There's a lot to get into this week, and I don't know if all of our listeners will remember. I know we remember Horace Cooper, who was on the show a couple of months ago and then a couple of months before that. He's a conservative lawyer who was a former aide to House Majority Leader Dick Armey, who I met at the New Media Seminar in New York, which is a talk radio seminar that takes place every year. And he came on the show a couple of times, and I don't know even how I came across it the other day. It turns out he was indicted, and I don't believe that there's been a trial yet. This actually extended to several of Dick Armey's staffers, who were some of the first to be involved with our buddy Jack Abramoff. It seems everybody has been one way or another involved with Jack Abramoff, at least when it comes to many conservative aides, lobbyists, lawyers, so on and so forth. Apparently, Horace Cooper provided and agreed to provide a stream of favorable official action and to use his influence on behalf of Jack Abramoff and a number of others, including his clients and his firm. These official actions are included but are not limited to helping Jack Abramoff secure efforts from Voice of America and the U.S. Department of State federal funds, and also to get money for Jack Abramoff's newly formed television production business. This goes on and on and on. Apparently, Jack Abramoff also treated our buddy Horace Cooper to thousands of dollars worth of free meals at his Signatures restaurant, coming up with the following scheme to conceal the exchange. Horace Cooper and Abramoff's associates used a scheme where Cooper would be served comped food, meaning free food and drinks at Signature's restaurant, but would usually present his credit card to the server to create the appearance that he was paying for the whole bill. Instead of charging Horace for the actual amount of food and drink provided, the server would charge Cooper for a nominal item such as a lemonade or a soft drink. Cooper would leave a tip on the credit card. Cooper intended that this would make it appear to observers that he had paid for his meals and drinks when he actually did not. Cooper also dined at Signatures and other restaurants on numerous occasions during which his meal was either paid for directly by a lobbyist or a dining companion, or for which he left a cash tip and didn't use a credit card. That actually doesn't sound that bad, even though it is illegal if things are being promised. But, you know, Horace Cooper, an incredibly nice guy, one of the most conservative African Americans you'll ever meet, a very annoyingly conservative, cigar-smoking, anti-reducing carbon footprint guy, extremely nice guy. I'm a little surprised that he was involved in this, but hey, I guess we can't be too surprised. Ultimately, it could happen to the best of us, couldn't it?
It would be interesting to have him back on the show. I doubt we could get him to talk about this, but it would be interesting.
I thought about sending him an email and saying, "Hey, why don't you come on?" But I felt kind of weird about saying, "Hey, so I heard you got indicted. Why don't you come on?" I can't imagine he could really talk about much of what's going on.
Right.